Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you perspective and commentary from 5 different XRP chart analysts in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam. So it'll be just a quick market update, pretty straightforward here. Almost 100% of what I'm covering in this video will be exclusively about XRP. And things have been looking pretty damn good, but it doesn't mean that we're going to see a straight line up. But as far as bigger picture, is this finally the cycle where XRP is gonna melt faces and hit a new all-time high, damn it, after 6.5 years? I'm gonna guess yes. That would be my for fun guess. I think that's what's coming. And in fact, one analyst is so confident that is indeed the case, he cited, and I'll share the exact quote, but he says, the amount of money that XRP holders are going to receive as a result of this, as a result of XRP finally taking off, it's just going to be absurd. And I gotta admit, I'm in that camp. I think that there are so many people out there listening right now who will achieve life-changing wealth thanks to XRP finally taking off. And I think as long as we do see expansion in crypto markets, there's just no reason that XRP wouldn't go along for the ride. There's too much stuff lining up to think otherwise. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 5:49 p.m. Central Time on Monday, July 22nd, 2024. XRP is right at 61 cents. You love to see it. Bitcoin at 67,697 bucks. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's at 70 out of 100. Doesn't update for another hour and nearly 10 minutes. Only updates once every 24 hours, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be somewhere around there anyway. So people are back into greed mode, not surprisingly. Both XRP and Bitcoin substantially up over the last couple weeks. I mean, at its peak, XRP, most recently anyway, in the lower time frame, XRP was up 67%. So, I mean, that's the biggest jump we've seen for XRP in years. If you throw out the news-related event when XRP received legal clarity, outside of that, just organic market stuff, that's the biggest move we've seen for XRP in that short of a time, literally in years. XRP is alive and well. Wanted to briefly mention this, and I'll get right back into the XRP stuff. It's just worth mentioning because it's a fairly big news item, I think it's fair to say, but here's the headline from CoinDesk. Ethereum ETFs approved by SEC, bringing popular funds to second largest cryptocurrency. And so the final approval did occur today. The news broke just this afternoon, and I'm seeing word that the actual trading of the ETF, of course, not happening today, expected to start tomorrow. Also, not surprisingly, the market doesn't give a damn. In fact, ETH is down 2.18% over the last 24 hours. And why? Well, because we already knew that this was coming. So yes, there's the technical final approval, but we already knew that this was, like with 99.9% certainty, going to occur. So it was already priced in. The market doesn't care. Now, that said, over a span of many, many, many years and decades, assuming ETH is going to live that long, this is going to be highly consequential. It's the same perspective I have for Bitcoin, and when XRP one day inevitably does get approved for an ETF, same situation there. When the floodgates open, I mean, is it really a flood? It's like a little trickle comes in, you know, relatively speaking, compared to the rest of the global market. But if you have that sustained for a span of years and decades, that's when it becomes substantial. And that will materially push the price of these assets way, way, way higher. So it is exciting in that sense. But in the short term, no, it doesn't matter. And we can see that is what's happened with Bitcoin too. Here's a post from XRP chart analyst Bobby A. And he says, I'm seeing a lot of people turning bullish on XRP lately. This is just the beginning. They will sell every asset they own to chase the XRP pump. Don't forget who was well ahead of the herd and accumulating when everyone was bearish. There were only a few of us. Yeah, so that's certainly true. But see, this is just what happens. It's simple human psychology. This is not unique to XRP, which is why if you think XRP is not going to go but the rest of the market will, you may not, you may be an actual stupid person. Like if you, you might be an actual stupid person if you think that the human psychology applies to every other asset and the stock market and all throughout crypto, but not XRP. When people, when it starts pumping, it attracts people. Big green candle attracts many more human. So there are a few of us right now. I mean, we're a big community, don't get me wrong. But There's only a handful of us compared to how many people are going to FOMO into this damn thing. And yes, that is how people behave. They sell other stuff to chase the thing that's already pumping, which is stupid as hell, but I'm here for it. They can be our exit liquidity. That's perfectly fine. It's part of my expectation and part of my investment strategy, like counting on that quite literally. And it's not mean or bad to expect that. Like, I'm just acknowledging this is how humans behave. I'm not going to act like that, but if they want to, they can place their bets effectively. But I'm going to just look at that as my exit liquidity, and that's fine. People don't want XRP when it's 50 or 60 cents, but if it gets up to $10, a lot more people are going to want it, which is ridiculous. That's the psychology is anyway, but that's just how people are. So yes, I agree with Bobby A here. People are going to be selling everything under the sun to FOMO into XRP, which is what we saw in 2017 when it hit its all-time high back then. It was the same behavior. And so to think that that's not going to come just because it's XRP, that's a defeatist attitude that is not based in logic and reason. It's just emotions making people believe stuff like that. It's not how it's actually going to be, though. When this thing goes, it goes, and it happens very quickly, by the way. And he also posted this: the amount of money coming to XRP holders is absurd. Make sure to have a take profit strategy in place. Cheers. Yeah, and so I will caution you this, and I'm not telling you when, if you should buy or sell or when to buy or sell or anything in the sort, but just have at a minimum some sort of rough idea of what you're going to do based on various scenarios that may play out. Because I'm just going to warn you, it's going to be very difficult when your XRP becomes worth, say it's worth 10, 20, 30 times what it is now, whatever it ends up being. It's going to be very difficult to pull the trigger. It could be. I think it will be for a lot of people. And you're going to be worrying, okay, but God, am I selling too soon? See, but just be careful with that, because there are tons of people, and I've highlighted examples over the years, of people who had just a fortune with XRP specifically, including when it ran to its all-time high, and didn't sell thinking it was going to go higher. The same thing happened last market cycle, and it's a good learning opportunity when these people share their mistakes. So just know that you're human, and you may be in a situation where you're like, is this the right time to sell? And I'll just say this is my opinion. You guys do whatever you want. But I think if you're at a point where for you personally, it's life-changing, it's just then you can feel comfortable selling, and don't worry that it's going to go like higher. You're not going to sell the top. It's a fool's errand. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Just accept that it's going to go higher, maybe even way higher. Maybe it's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5 times, or whatever it ends up being higher than where you sell it. It doesn't matter. In the end, it just doesn't. If it's life-changing for you and it's sufficient, that's what actually matters. And plus, if you're going to reinvest that money, it's not like that money is now done being life-changing for you. You can do all sorts of stuff with it that's going to make it multiply into more. Even if you invest it into, something that's more boring than crypto, whether it's, just the stock market, or maybe you throw some money into real estate. Like you can do things to turn that money into more money anyway. But if you get greedy, you can lose everything. So just be careful out there. That's all I'm saying. And then somebody also asked Bobby A here, okay, so what type of range are we looking at for XRP? And he shared this before, but he wrote it here again in a separate post. He said he's looking for XRP to hit anywhere from $8 to $13, which I think is perfectly reasonable, somewhat conservative on the lower end. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't make price predictions, but that is completely believable that it could potentially do that. Here's a post from chart analyst Leb Crypto. He posted this morning. He said, XRP proving incredible relative strength on lower time frames. Should Bitcoin range today, we can see some strong XRP price action towards 64-cent levels. And we actually did get pretty close to that. I mean, now mind you, he posted that way in the AM early in the morning. And XRP after that actually did trend up a bit. It was as low as 58 cents, got as high as 62.2 cents within the last hour or two. So we'll see what happens if it bursts higher. But she's thinking it's looking a little strong here. And then eGreg Crypto responded to that chart analyst, and he said, the target close above 64 cents with conviction. And that's roughly the level that I keep seeing from all sorts of analysts out here. In fact, chart analyst Dark Defender was talking about a similar level. He said, it seems we have, so he's talking about XRP here, it seems we have wave C flat pattern special variation. XRP to confirm this staying above 63.78 cents. Then yes, we move the next important Fibonacci level, which he's saying would be 66.49 cents. And so I'm seeing slight discrepancies from analyst to analyst, whether it's 66.5 cents roughly or 65 cents, whatever it may be. But I'm seeing a lot of similarity there. So that's a key level to watch for, as is about 75 cents. I just keep seeing that again and again and again. Here's a post from chart analyst Hov, at Sensei Hov, XRP. XRP is now up over 66% from our entry level and has done exactly what we wanted to see it on lower time frame. We broke the alt invalidation levels from last update and turned a 3-waved move into a decent looking impulse, threaded. Now we're looking for that 3-waved retrace into our 47-ish cent level before target higher. So I just wanted to highlight this. He is more, and I have seen this from a number of analysts, that there's a very reasonable chance that you are going to see XRP a fair bit lower before a surge to the upside. This is normal in crypto. I'm not going to be freaked out. It doesn't mean that everything's over. I know people will be screaming, look, we just retraced that massive pump. You're going to see that all over the place. The emotional people are going to be back, bitching up a storm on the internet, because that's what the internet's for. And it's not going to matter. You should expect this. It would be weird if that didn't happen, right? And then he says, we must remain cautious, though, that 47 cent-ish level will be a huge test because that yellow bearish count is still valid. There was also this post, and I think that this is why I want to do it in this order. So, like, okay, yeah, that could happen. Maybe the guy's right, and maybe we do see 47 cent XRP. That's not going to spook me at all. I think this chart's more important. This is an XRP market cap dominance percentage chart here. And chart analyst Dom at TraderView2 wrote the following about XRP dominance. He said, over the last 7 years, XRP dominance has hit this level 3 times. Each time, that was XRP's cycle pump. I believe watching this continue higher is more important than the USD pairing. And so, folks, I gotta admit, I agree on that. I'm not a chart guy, but it just makes logical sense. Because in the short, like, look, XRP's been trending up in price since June of 2022. Happy to see that. The cycle low was 28 cents. We know that now, right? So fun to see it slowly moving up, at least to whatever degree. You know, at least it's not going the wrong way. It hasn't been trending down for 2 years as we've entered this bull market. So cool. But this is a way cooler indicator. Because you know, just based on history, historically, this is precedent, when XRP hits this level in terms of market dominance, when it's this low, it's right before it blasts to the upside. I mean, it got as low as close to 1% here. That's pretty much what it hit. And it's been coming up a little bit since then, as XRP's been running. So, I mean, that part obviously wasn't a surprise. And then Charting Guy responded to that and said, yes, watching this as well, very similar to XRP BTC. And he's right about that. I find those two charts to be way more interesting. And frankly, I find them equally valuable when you're looking at the dominant, because behaviorally it's doing the same thing. If you're talking about XRP priced against Bitcoin, there's only been a handful of instances where XRP's looked this piss poor priced against Bitcoin, and those are the moments where it blasts off. So this and the dominance charts, in terms of value and what it's telling you has happened in the past and can help you to figure out what might be probable in the future, those are the most valuable to me. Or at least they're of equivalent value, these two ones in particular here. And here's an XRP BTC chart, and this is just on the 3-month here. So you can see, maybe we did see the cycle low. The cycle low then, if this is it, it would have been on June 7th. It's been trending up since then with some major moves along the way. And if not, the market always does find a bottom, as I always say. But there's a lot of analysts that think, yeah, that one was in all likelihood probably the actual bottom there. There's also this post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto, and he said, XRP is about to break out of the 6-year consolidation. The breakout will be massive, followed by a long, sustained, enormous rally. I won't be sidelined in the upcoming move. So, folks, there's a reason that all of these analysts are saying, in many instances, very similar things. They're seeing the same thing. And you don't have to be a wizard or a chart guy to understand this. You could have, kind of medium intelligence and kind of figure out what's most probable to occur here. And it's been XRP's consolidated for 6.5 freaking years. And so that's why when chart analyst Dom was talking about, look at what's happened over the last 7 years in terms of dominance. Yeah, absolutely, it makes sense to look at that. As they say, the dorky phrase, the wider the base, the higher in space. Meaning, the longer something consolidates, the greater the force is going to be when it finally breaks. And we're in a bull market, folks. When it breaks, whew, get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun here. But to think that this isn't the most probable outcome, a break to the upside, to think that's not the most probable, does not compute to me. Unless nothing goes. If we don't have an alt season and the Russell 2000 doesn't go, fine. But if it is going to go, I think you're out your damn mind if you think that XRP ain't going to get a piece of that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.